This video, I'm gonna speak about the documentaries that I just saw recently. The documentary is called "Confessions of a Mafia Hitman." It's on Richard Kuklinski. He said that he killed over 100 people in his life. And the documentary link is located in the description section of this video. That'll link you to the documentary that I saw. Alright. I'm going to speak about this documentary, about this hitman, because I feel that it's very relevant to many of the topics that I speak about, especially in relation to the martial arts and in relation to competition fighting and such. There's some quotes that he made in the documentary that I think are very something that you can really learn from. And in my sense, this is a person who really took competition fighting to the next level. So he took it into the reality, and this is the result. I see, movies such as like Godfather, about mafia. You see movies about, corrupt police officers and stuff like that. And then you see competition fighters. I mean, when people get really good at something, no matter if they're doing it for good or bad purposes, sometimes you always could learn something from the people. But it doesn't mean that you should emulate them. I'm not emulating this person. I'm not admiring this person for what he did. But what I do see is that there's much that people could learn from this person, as far as what how to basically direct your energies in the right ways. This person I do not see is too different than a lot of competition fighters that I might see on TV. It's just that he took it to another level. So we're gonna go over some of these quotes, and I'm gonna state some of my thoughts on the quotes in relations to competition fighting, in relations to martial arts and such. Alright, one of the quotes, he said, "I didn't like my father. He would beat me just because he felt like it, to get my attention, I guess. He'll come in and give you a whooping for no reason whatsoever. My mother wouldn't hesitate to give me a swat here and there. She would hit me with a broomstick. She broke the broom on me more than once." End quote. Alright, so my thoughts on that is, the parents were the bullies. The parents were responsible for passing this negative energy that they got from whatever stresses they got in life to the child. And they probably were bullied from whoever, no matter, maybe their boss or other people that were stronger than them or whatever. And then they took this stress out. They took this negative energy and projected it onto the child. And because of that, the child ends up becoming forever scarred until adulthood. And then this child becomes adult and then starts projecting this negative energy to everybody around him. This is a prime example of why I see a big problem when people have to put others down, beat other people up, and basically hurt other people to display their talents or just to show their superiority over somebody. I see a big problem with that. Okay? And the story from this guy's life will demonstrate, or basically be evidence to show you what can happen if people do this to each other, over and over again. It leads to very devastating results. Okay. 13 minutes into the video, here's another quote. "When I was a young man, I found out that if you hurt somebody, they'll leave you alone. Good guys do finish last. When I tried to leave everybody alone and do my own thing, everybody just wanted to hurt me. Until one day I decided, well, I had enough of this picking. I went upstairs and I took a bar. I went back downstairs and there were 6 young men figuring they were going to mess with my head, and we went to war. To their surprise, I was no longer taking the beating, I was giving it. That's when I learned it was better to give than to receive. End quote. So you see this kid, he has been bullied by his parents, then he's been bullied by the people in school, and he couldn't take this bullying any longer. So he started to fight back against those people that bullied him. And through fighting back, he was able to see that he ended up gaining respect. And from there, he kind of learned that he felt that it was better to be a bully than to be bullied. So this is, I guess, a common thing for a lot of people in life. Most people, there's either the people are either in one extreme or the other. They either get bullied or they are the bullies. Rarely do you see somebody that's in between, that is not bullied but then doesn't bully others. And that happy medium, that balance in between, that is what, to me, a true martial artist is supposed to represent. And that, to me, is what a sage is. He doesn't bully, and he doesn't get bullied either. Well, he might get, well, you can't really prevent people from not bullying you. He may get bullied, but he will project that energy in positive ways. He will not project that energy onto other people, that negative energy onto other people, and continue to bully. He will stop the bullying on his tracks from absorbing it and directing it in positive ways. So this person, this hitman, that was his experience. Okay. Next quote. I've been known to hurt people for no reason. I could be anywhere, and if somebody humiliated me, I would think nothing of it than to hitting them with the cue stick in an instant. And the only thing they might have done is made me feel bad or challenge my authority at the time. End quote. So this person ended up becoming a hothead. Could any form of disrespect in any way, this person would retaliate and express his anger towards those who are trying to make fun of him, those who are trying to bully him. So he ends up having no control whatsoever over his anger, over his emotions. And you see this very well portrayed in movies such as Goodfellas, such as The Godfather. Those are really real to life stories, and what really goes on in those type of mafia affiliations. And you see there's people out there, they do not care. If you make fun of them, they'll put you in the hospital. If you make fun of them, if you disrespect them in any way, you look at them the wrong way, they'll take your life. There's people out there like that. Alright? And most of these people end up being in prison. And that is not something that you should admire. That is not something that you should strive towards. And competition fighting, or fighting in general, to express your talents, like I said in my other videos, it depends on how you do it. But some of these competition fighters, when they fight out of anger or whatever, it's just a lower level to this. of what I'm speaking about.